Let's start with biological females, because the engineering here is genuinely wild. Female bodies have higher pain thresholds for certain types of pain. Estrogen acts like a built-in painkiller, and females have more endorphin receptors, more parking spots for natural painkillers. But here's the crazy part. During childbirth, the body releases oxytocin that creates amnesia-like effects. Nature literally installed biological memory fog so you'd forget how bad it was and do it again. That's horrifying and genius. The female immune system is more aggressive, stronger responses to infections and vaccines. It produces more antibodies and fights harder. The downside? This overachiever also causes more autoimmune diseases, like having a security guard who's a little too enthusiastic. And here's something mind-blowing. Pregnant bodies don't reject the fetus, even though it's foreign tissue with different DNA. The immune system literally rewrites its own code for 9 months. Even crazier? Mothers and children exchange cells that stay in each other's bodies for life. It's called microchimerism. Your mom's cells might be helping your immune system right now. Females see more colors. A minority even have a fourth type of cone cell. Tetrachromats who see 100 million colors compared to the 1 million most people see. They're literally seeing a different visual reality. Sharper sense of smell, too, especially during estrogen peaks. We're not talking, oh, that smells nice. Females can detect fear, stress, and even ovulation through chemical signals. Chemical analysis lab in your nose. Better hearing in higher frequencies and more nerve endings in fingertips. The deluxe sensory package. Female bodies are better at using fat as fuel during endurance activities. They spare quick energy and tap into fat stores more efficiently. In ultra-distance events over 100 miles, female athletes start catching up to and sometimes outperforming males. In ultra-endurance swimming, females often win because they're more buoyant and better at maintaining body temperature in cold water. Female bodies are also better at surviving starvation. Throughout history, females had higher survival rates during famines, evolution's preppers. Females live 5 to 7 years longer on average. 2 X chromosomes mean a backup hard drive. If something breaks on one, you've got another. Males with XY don't have that redundancy. Female brains have more connections between hemispheres, better bandwidth for multitasking and parallel processing. Larger hippocampus means better memory. If she remembers exactly what you said 3 years ago, and you don't even remember the conversation, there's actual neuroscience behind that.
Now the male setup, which has its own collection of evolutionary power-ups. Testosterone is nature's legal steroids. Males have 40 to 60% more upper body strength and 25 to 30% more lower body strength on average. It's not just size. Male muscle fibers are thicker with more fast-twitch variety for explosive power. Sprinting, jumping, lifting heavy things quickly. The body came optimized for intense bursts. Testosterone also increases bone density, making skeletons more robust. Dense bones plus thick muscles equals a frame built for physical stress. Higher basal metabolic rate means burning 200 to 300 more calories per day just existing. More muscle mass means the body's running an energy-intensive operation 24/7. Males store fat in the abdomen, which is less healthy long-term, but comes off faster when they exercise because belly fat is more metabolically active. This is why males can drop weight rapidly while females work harder for the same results. Males score higher on spatial reasoning, mental rotation, navigation, judging distances, evolutionary holdover from tracking animals and finding the way home, better hand-eye coordination for tracking moving objects, baseball, tennis, esports. The brain processes visual spatial information faster. Males prefer cardinal directions, go north, while females prefer landmarks, turn at the coffee shop. Different navigation software. 10 to 15% more red blood cells and higher hemoglobin. More oxygen carrying capacity means better sustained power output and faster recovery from intense exercise. More oxygen equals faster ATP production equals quicker recovery between sets. Better performance at altitude too. When there's less oxygen available, having more red blood cells to grab it is a real advantage. No monthly cycles, no dramatic hormonal swings. Testosterone fluctuates, highest in morning, varies with seasons, but nothing like monthly roller coasters. This means more consistent energy, mood, and physical performance. Cruise control versus manual transmission. Testosterone links to risk-taking and confidence. This drives innovation, extreme sports, entrepreneurship, and exploration. The willingness to try things that might fail has driven human innovation. The confidence boost means males negotiate for raises more, pitch ideas more, put themselves forward more. Whether the confidence is warranted is another question, but the willingness to try is built in. Of course, this also explains more accidents and shorter lifespans. Risk-taking cuts both ways. Male hearts are 25% bigger and pump more blood per beat. Lungs have 30% more capacity. Combined with more red blood cells, this creates maximum oxygen delivery. A male heart can pump 30% more blood per minute. This is why world records in most cardiovascular sports are held by males. The machinery is scaled up for maximum output.
Intersex variations are a spectrum, over 30 different types making up roughly 1 to 2% of people, about as common as red hair. Some intersex individuals have mosaicism, different cells with different chromosomes, XX in some tissues, XY in others. This can create unique combinations, muscle development from one profile, fat metabolism from another. People with androgen insensitivity syndrome, AIS, have XY chromosomes and produce testosterone, but cells don't respond to it. Result? Height advantages from the Y chromosome without cardiovascular risks from testosterone. Plus immunity to male pattern baldness and acne. Clear skin for life. Congenital adrenal hyperplasia, CAH, creates higher androgen levels, potentially giving enhanced muscle building and spatial reasoning while maintaining immune advantages from ovarian biology. Perks from both sides. XY Klinefelter individuals often blend characteristics, taller, longer limbs, better verbal skills than typical XY males, while keeping spatial reasoning advantages. XYY individuals sometimes have higher energy, faster metabolism, and quicker reflexes. Swyer syndrome, XY chromosomes, typically female anatomy, often means heights of 5 feet 9 inches to 6 feet 2 inches with female skeletal structure, advantageous for volleyball, basketball, swimming where height matters, but you benefit from buoyancy and flexibility. Some intersex athletes show exceptional efficiency, bodies optimizing both oxygen use and energy storage in ways neither typical male nor female biology achieves alone. Higher testosterone with female skeletal structure creates exceptional speed and power. Male cardiovascular capacity with different muscle distribution produces unusual endurance. This challenges the entire framework of sex-segregated sports because these capabilities don't fit the categories we've created. Depending on variation, some intersex people have efficient sweating in heat plus heat generation in cold. Others are less affected by temperature extremes because their bodies don't respond as strongly to the hormones triggering temperature changes. Navigating a world not designed for you develops exceptional adaptability. When your body doesn't fit the rules, you question which rules actually matter versus which are made up. This translates to more innovative thinking. If basic biological categories are more flexible than society pretends, What else is? Some variations provide unique protections. Complete androgen insensitivity means immunity to male pattern baldness and lower acne risk. No prostate issues for people with Swyer syndrome. Some report fewer migraines than typical females due to different estrogen patterns. The key is personalized medicine, recognizing specific biology rather than forcing standard male or female protocols. These are tendencies, not destinies. Evolution gave us different starting packages, but every variation exists because it worked. Your biology has cool features, and now you know what some of them are. Comment your thoughts, subscribe to learn more, and become a genius.